G'day chefs, Wes Zandt here from the Down Under Centre. I thought I'd cook this little video up for you so I can explain the skills assessment process and how to migrate to Australia as a chef. So if this is the first time or you're just thinking about migrating to Australia, there's no point completing a skills assessment if you can't use it for a visa. So the first thing I'd ask you to do is complete our free visa points calculator. Find that on the Down Under Centre's website, and then we can arrange a free consultation to run through what is required to migrate to Australia, and we can explain the process in detail with you. But this little video is about the skills assessment process with a few other bits about how to find a job in Australia as well. So a skills assessment is mandatory for the purpose of a skilled visa. There is two stages to a skills assessment. The first stage is a documentary assessment where you need to prove on paper that you have the necessary skills. Now, before I go into too much detail about what's involved in the documentary assessment, please note you are required to be eligible for a skills assessment. You are required to either have your apprenticeship complete, okay, with 3 years training, and then 3 years of paid work experience. So if you're from the UK and you have your NVQ level 3, fantastic, and you would need to back that up with 3 years of paid work experience. If you don't have your NVQ level 3, then that's fine. You would need to supply 5 years of paid work experience. So the first part of the skills assessment is a documentary assessment. And a documentary assessment is where you prove on paper you have the necessary skills. So if you've got the qualifications, great, send us copies of them. If you need to supply pay documents, tax documents, you're self-employed or you're employed. There's different ways to be working as a chef. So we would need to see proof of that, and we can help you out to show you exactly what you need. But you're also going to need photos, videos of doing certain tasks in the kitchen. You're also going to need to supply references. You're also going to need a detailed CV. Now, many people would say that this is the hardest part of the visa process, and I really feel it is from the feedback we get from clients. The second part of the skills assessment is what we class as a technical interview. Now, this is a one-to-one interview with an Australian qualified chef who is also a trainer and assessor. Therefore, that they are training Australian chefs to get them their Australian Certificate 3. So they're fully aware of what units of competency you have to match up against. It's a general chit-chat. Go for approximately an hour, sometimes more, depending on how much information you've given in the documentary assessment. The assessors are not there to catch you out. They're not there to make your life hard or anything like that. It's just a general chit-chat. Two chefs having a chat and making sure you have the necessary skills to complete the skills assessment. So, again, the first part, documentary assessment, prove on paper. Need to see qualifications and 3 years of paid work experience, or no qualifications and 5 years of paid work experience. Photos, videos, references, pay documents, tax documents, money going into a bank account, detailed references, detailed CVs. If you're a chef and you're working, not a problem. You shouldn't have too much issue, but we'll guide you through and explain to you how to get these certain information that we require. Second stage, technical Skype interview. Okay, now who can deliver the TRA skills assessment? So what is a TRA skills assessment? A TRA skills assessment is the part of immigration that will assess people for the purpose of migration, Trades Recognition Australia. Now, they have outsourced that work to Australia Trade Training College, which is based in Australia and also got an office here within the Down Under Centre. So they are TRA approved to deliver the skills assessment. Now, what is the cost of a skills assessment for a chef? The documentary assessment, you'll pay the Department of Immigration TRA, and you'll pay them 1,280 Australian dollars, and that's for Australia Trade Training College to carry out the assessment on their behalf. So that's when they'll do reference checks, look at your information, make sure your qualifications are legit, and everything is fine for you to move forward for the technical interview. The cost of the technical interview will be 2,000 Australian dollars, and after that's paid, we will then arrange a suitable time for you to do that technical interview. Now, what do we get at completion of the Chef Skills Assessment for Australia? You receive your full Australian Certificate 4 in Commercial Cookery. So this is why the assessment has to be done correct. So Australia Trade Training College will issue you your Certificate 4 in Commercial Cookery. This is the same as an Australian chef doing a 4-year apprenticeship. So you will arrive in Australia with your full Australian qualification, as well as the TRA document that you need to then put in your expression of interest and to get that visa lodged. How does the Down Under Centre help through the skills assessment process? So we work very closely with Australia Trade Training College. We're based here in the UK, but also in Australia. So we've got skilled staff that can help you gather and work with you to really explain everything that is required for the skills assessment process. So I mentioned you need to provide photos, videos, references, pay documents. So we'll actually work with you to show you how to do that. And we've got really good methods. We've been doing it for a long time for skills assessments. So we've got lots of nice methods, lots of material. A lot of it's done online, so we can help you through that process. We can work with you to also lodge that skills assessment and make the payments through to TRA. How long does your chef skills assessment last for? Now, your Australian qualification in commercial cookery, successful completion of the skills assessment, you've got that for life. That's your qualification. But for the purpose of a visa, at completion of the date if we issue the skills assessment, it will be valid for 3 years for the purpose of migration. If you're based out of the UK, 100% the Down Under Centre can help you. If you hold a UK, Irish, European or South African passport, please make contact with us because Australia Trade Training College can issue the skills assessment for anyone who holds one of those passports. Okay, the Down Under Centre, guys, we do work out of hours as well. Okay, so we understand that chefs work different hours. Okay, so we can make ourselves available through out of hours to make sure that you've got the necessary skills. We don't want you paying for a skills assessment and not getting through. Very straightforward. How do you get a job in Australia as a chef? Okay, so the Down Under Centre, we have a part of our business called the DUC Employment Hub. We actually work with lots of chefs. Now, Australia is a destination country. It's got many people looking to go there, and a lot of people go there on holidays. So we've got everything from theme parks to resorts, to obviously great hotels, restaurants. Melbourne, Sydney, very popular with great restaurants out there. We've also got the outback areas. Australia is a large country now. Getting chefs has always been an issue, and it's always been hard for employers to find decent chefs. Now, if you've come from Europe, you've got or anywhere outside of Australia, generally you're going to have a different set of cooking skills and chef skills that are probably going to be really in high demand. Okay, so you're going to have those skills. So finding a job in Australia for chefs is not that difficult. We have a tool called the DUC Employment Hub, a tool that connects migrants to employers. And we've got, we do have chef employers that take on our migrating chefs. The other thing, obviously you've got seek.com and you've got other ways, but finding a job in Australia isn't too bad. Now, I did mention that you'll also receive a completion of skills assessment. You'll also receive your full Australian qualification. So that obviously is a big help because it shows your employer that you hold the necessary skills, and then it also shows them that you're arriving with your full visa. So what we do as a business is we work with employers and say, we're not a recruitment company, but we have English-speaking skilled migrants arriving with their full Australian qualification and a visa. So if we can get you a job offer before you actually move to Australia, that makes life a little bit easier when it comes to finding out where you want to live, if you've got a family, where to put the kids in school and everything. So jump on and have a look at the DUC Employment Hub. Alright chefs, I hope that this little video helped you. It's a great job. You've been doing it for a while. If you want to get to us, there is plenty of opportunities in Australia, and don't forget to give the Down Under Centre a call. We can run through the whole process with you. Alright, take care guys, catch you later.